Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so very much for subscribing. I do apologize. I have been MIA for the last few weeks. I have been going through this healthy kick journey with this keto diet. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this cabbage roll with this delicious dipping sauce, guys. It's pretty simple, very easy. So let me just show you how it is created. So basically here I have some simple ingredients, just onions and scallions. And I'm going to be using today to stuff the cabbage roll. I'm going to be using some ground pork. So of course you're going to need ground meat, and of course it can be cabbage rolls without cabbage. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut up my ingredients and add them to the pork. Now, the keto journey, guys, if you don't know what keto is a high fat, low carb diet. So you typically eliminate all carbs or most of your carbs and just eat a lot of high fatty foods and good fats too. So in my pans, I'm going to go ahead and add some coconut oil, guys. Coconut oil is a great oil to use on keto because it's high fat, it's healthy fat. I'm gonna add the scallions and onions to that, guys, and have it sauteed. Now you can add this directly to the pork itself if you want to. I prefer to saute them before adding it to the pork, but if you like that crunch, then go right ahead and add the crunch. I'm also gonna go ahead and add about a teaspoon of minced garlic to that because I like my garlic flavor in everything. And I'm gonna just have this sauteed and just season up my pork. So for the pork itself, guys, I'm gonna also add a tablespoon of garlic. Here I'm adding some sazon, the Adobe brand sazon, the body brand actually sazon. I'm gonna go ahead and add some garlic powder to it also, and onion powder. Even though I have the minced garlic already, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and add that. I might also add some crushed black pepper flakes to that, guys. Any seasoning of your choice, just make sure that it is low in sugar and carbs. Most seasonings don't really have any sugar, but the key to the keto is you want to eliminate as much carbs and sugar as possible. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my sauteed onions to that also, guys, and I'm going to mix this in. Now you just want to make sure it mixes in. I went ahead and started mixing with my hands, set that aside, guys, and then we start to work on our cabbage. So for today I'm just going to be using a small cabbage. If you guys are able to get a bigger cabbage, then go ahead and use that works best. What you want to do is just cut out the middle stem, that hard layer there. You want to go ahead and cut it out. That way you can take off the entire leaf at one point, because you're going to be needing the whole leaf. So we're not cutting this cabbage up like we typically do to make stew or something like that. We're just basically going to take off the whole leaf, because once the leaf comes off of this, guys, we're going to go ahead and blanch it just as is, because we need it to be a little bit tender in order to roll. Okay, so what you're going to do is just go ahead and add to a pot of boiling water some salt. I added about a tablespoon of salt, guys, and then you just go ahead and add your cabbage leaves to it. It's just basically going to keep it here just to get it a little tender for about 4 to 5 minutes. I kept mine, and then it's time to start stuffing your pork. So what you're going to do is take about a tablespoon of your minced pork, and what you're gonna do is tuck both ends and then tuck the leaf under, guys, and just roll. So it's like you're rolling a vegetable spring roll, or I don't know, some type of roll, but you want it to be as tight as possible. So just go ahead and add your pork to it. Then you're gonna go ahead very nicely, you're gonna put it very tightly, you tuck it in, tuck both ends in, sorry, that way it's not, leaking out, because you're going to be steaming this, guys. All right, so there you have it. I went ahead and I rolled 2 cabbage rolls for you. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my steam pot. Now you guys can put it in a steamer if you have that. If not, and you do have a colander, guys, I recommend just put the colander over a pot of boiling water and just cover it and steam this for about 15 minutes or so. So while that's steam away, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and make the quickest and simplest dipping sauce. All right, now for this dipping sauce, I'm going to be using some soy sauce, low sodium soy sauce. So you're going to do about, let's say roughly about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm going to add to that some sriracha. All right, this is the chili sriracha. I said silly, you're right. Okay, silly me. The chili sriracha. And as I mentioned before, guys, with keto, it's 0 carbs, 0 sugar. So as you can see on my sriracha, guys, it's 2 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar for a serving, and a serving is equal to about 1 or 2 tablespoons, something like that is said. So I'm gonna flavor mine by adding some onion powder. Now here you have the salty and the spicy. You do need some type of for this too, okay? So what I'm gonna do is add in some sweetener, and I'm so sorry that the camera turned this way, guys. I apologize. I'm gonna go ahead and just add some sweetener into this. I'm using the stevia, so you're gonna add about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of the sweetener, and then you're just gonna stir it, set that aside, and that is basically your dipping sauce. Okay, that's all you need for the dipping sauce. Once that is done, guys, you set that aside. You're gonna go ahead and double check on your cabbage rolls. It should be ready, and then you should have a dish looking like this. So as you can see, I went ahead and I plated it up, guys, with my dipping sauce. This entire meal is less than 3 grams of net carbs, okay? Along with your dipping sauce and everything, this is one of the healthiest appetizers, snacks, meal, whatever you guys want to use it as. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks so much for joining me, and stay blessed.